Hello fabulous people, I'm Sadie. It is spooky season, and so today I'm going to be transforming myself into the goth girl of my dreams because I'm trying to manifest her into my life. And before you say anything, I know I look tired. Extensive makeup will be happening later. This is just what I look like without it. It's the 22nd of October. My friend is hosting a housewarming party tonight, but because it's October, she's also billed it as an early Halloween party, which means that I have nothing to wear because the outfit that I am making for the Halloween party I'm going to on the 29th is not done yet, naturally, because I've given myself the minimum amount of time possible to get it done. So I'm gonna have to improvise with something else. And young Sadie was something of an emo kid wannabe. And I've recently been listening to a lot of the music that I used to listen to back in the day, and it's really gotten me in the mood for just some of that wonderful fashion and just a celebration of my inner self that quite often gets squashed a bit, that just wants to be spoopy and dark and a little bit, I was gonna say a little bit crazy, but I am a little bit crazy anyway. That really doesn't get hidden. Basically I want to dress up cool. So I'm gonna do it. So the only thing I actually have to make is a skirt. So I'm just gonna do a very basic black skater skirt. I've been doing a lot of Pinteresting and finding looks that'll work. Yeah, that's the only thing I have to make. However, I accidentally slept in until midday today, so I have less than half a day to make a skirt. Some of you may think that's plenty of time, but this is me we're talking about, and I'm terrible at judging times and I am a chronically late person. So I'd better get going. Little disclaimer here, this video is going to be heckin' chatty, so grab a hot drink, get used to that goofy face, and buckle up. So essentially all I am making is a black circle skirt that starts at the waist and finishes somewhat below my butt. I'm gonna make it very simply out of this black cotton fabric that I got quite a while ago for the very purpose of making a circle skirt. So hopefully I should have enough. And theoretically this should be very simple because all I need to cut out is like the two halves of the circle skirt and a waistband and then put a zip in it and we should be golden. That's the theory. Let's go! Right, we need to do a waist measurement to get the circumference of the inner circle when we make the pattern. Hang on, I should probably... Woohoo! Now this is not going to be stretchy, so I should probably not suck in my stomach, which is what I do most of the time. Although if it's what I do most of the time, then it's probably what I'm going to be doing at the party, so... Okay, let's just see how much difference it makes. So it makes about an inch difference. I am going to be wearing a belt with it, but also I do tend to just walk around with my stomach sucked in. Like that is just my general mode of existence and I don't want it to be falling down. Yeah, we'll go 31. And then we need to measure how long we want it. So this is like, once you have the little inner circle cut out, you then need to find the distance between the inner circle and the outer circle. And that distance is going to be the distance from the waistline to however long I want the skirt. Let's do it over the butt so we get the longest that it needs to be. Gone are the days when I don't feel a huge amount of self-consciousness having a skirt that just barely passes my butt, and now I need something a little bit longer. Honestly though, when I was this age, when I was like 15, 16, the skirts I would wear, but literally, like I could not bend down in them. I don't know how all I'm saying is that I'm turning into my own mother. Let's try for 19, we'll see if we can fit a 19-inch around on the fabric. We'll do that. I'm gonna have to do maths, aren't I? We divide 31 by 2 pi, 4.9 basically. What's 0.9 of an inch? So 4 15/16 of an inch. However, we want enough extra fabric in order to attach it to the waistband. So that'll be like half an inch around. So it'll be 4 15/16 of an inch minus a half an inch. Which I should be able to do in my head because I have a maths degree. 4 7/16 of an inch. Okay, but realistically, what's 1/16 between friends? I think I'm just gonna go for 4.5 inches because that makes a whole lot more sense. So we want 4.5 inches and then we want a further 19 inches. So that's gonna be 23.5 total, which is there. So actually, I think we may have plenty of fabric. Woohoo! I just remembered I need a little bit of extra length in that circumference because I need to seam the things together at the back so I can put in a zip, which means I need an extra inch, but it's not just as simple as adding an extra inch to the measurements that I've already got because there's an extra inch to the circumference. I totally forgot how geometry works and didn't think about the fact that I would in fact have 2 seams, not just the one. Because if I wanted just the 1 seam, I would have had to cut it out as a full circle and just slit once. Which is slightly worrying, I guess, that I didn't realise that, given that I did my master's dissertation on a subject related to geometry. But never mind. It's fine. We'll just have side seams and a zip in the side. That's totally fine. The slight issue is the only zip I have is white, so it can't exactly be seen. So I was hoping to do like a lapped zip where you sort of press one half a little bit over so that you get this like covering of fabric over the top of it. I may not have enough to do that because the whole point of adding an inch was that I would have plenty of fabric with which to do that. Instead, I may have to just try and do a traditional concealed zip where it's not lapped over it, it's just that both edges meet in the middle. So it should theoretically be an invisible zip. However, before I do that, because I was about to just go ahead and do that, I need to cut out a waistband. What's the time? Ooh, a new Bernadette Banner video. Oh my god, that looks fabulous. Damn, girl. Look at that. Well, I may have to take a break and watch that. Damn. Sorry, what's the time? 14:03. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. When do I have to have this done by? 7:30. Sensible time for a party. Okay, I've got ages. I've got ages. I don't want to spend the entire 5 hours making the skirt, given that I've got a whole look to prepare. But this should be doable. This should be totally doable. So I cut out 2 bits of the waistband. What I'm going to do is stitch these together along one of the short edges, and then I'll have the whole waistband which I can stitch along one edge to the top of the skirt and then fold over so that I can encase that raw edge. Now I know what you're thinking, Sadie, if you're just going to immediately stitch these together at one end, why didn't you just cut out one long piece? And I could have done that. But in the very likely event that I eat a lot over the coming holiday season, I may want to adjust this skirt to make it a little bit bigger, and that's going to be a lot easier if I have one clear line down the seam at either side from the bottom of the skirt to the very top of the waistband. So that's my reasoning. That's not what I think you sound like, by the way. That's just the voice I do for anyone that isn't me in my own head. Much like my nerves when I give myself half a day to complete a project, this stuff frays like a bitch. So what I've done is, you probably won't be able to see it. Oh, maybe you will. I've put a little zigzag stitch in on the edges that aren't selvage so that we can just control the fray. This is going to be all tucked in so it shouldn't fray anyway, but I just feel it's necessary at this stage because I'm just rushing with everything. So we haven't yet resorted to the Benny Hill theme to speed things up because it's going okay, we're doing quite well. But I do have a very fast version of What Do We Do with a Drunken Sailor stuck in my head. So the entire time I was sewing these zigzag stitches, all I could think was, but I'm in the scuppers with a house like Burning Melly in the morning. Just over and over again in my head. And do you know what? It was quite satisfying. It's quite a good song to sew to. I've lined the waistband up seam to seam, so we've got the seam of that right up against, although not very precisely up against, the side seam of the skirt, so that we know that those will definitely match. However, at either edge we do have this extra bit of fabric, and this could be from a multitude of things. One, the fact that I had to round, obviously, when I was doing all my calculations with pi and whatnot. Two, the very imprecise nature of my measuring and the fact that I did a lot of the joining the dots by hand. And three, the fact that obviously this was cut on the bias, so there's likely to be quite a bit of stretch even before I put the zigzag stitch in. It was bound to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch up to this point on the waistband because I have checked against myself and the waistband does fit me. And then I'm just going to, once this is sewn, I'm going to trim this in a sort of triangular, like anti-gore type fashion so that we're still going to get the fullness throughout the length of most of the skirt, but we're just not going to have it right in the waistband. So I just spilt some water on my skirt in progress. Remember, gotta nourish to flourish, very important. Sustenance is a mustenance. It would be even better if I could say that. And the water just kind of beaded off the fabric and fell off like it was made of flippin', not Kevlar, Gore-Tex. So that's handy, because it's England and it be raining. Somehow I know he's always with me. In the unseen genius. I normally go for the historical method of like hand felling the inside of the this waistband, but I'm in a rush. And when I'm in a rush, I don't take all that much care to take up the teeniest, tiniest bit of threads on the other side of the fabric that's going to be visible. And so I feel like this is just going to look like a huge sack of balls. Not literally, that was really visual. This is gonna look bad. So I think I'm gonna try and do the modern thing of stitch in the ditch, where you pin the heck out of this so it's lying over the side of the seam that you've just done, and then you top stitch into the tiny little groove there from the front so that you catch it on the underside. I've seen them do this in Sewing Bee. I don't think I've done it myself, so we'll see how it goes. This is not stressful, I do this for fun. This is all fine. Fuck! I'd say I caught about 2/3 of that waistband. We've definitely still got some bits that didn't catch, but we got a big long swathe of it that did catch. So I'm gonna call that 2/3 of a success, and I'm gonna deal with the bit that didn't catch at the end if I have time. And if not, I'm wearing a belt over this today anyway, so I can deal with it another day. The only thing we have left, not the only thing we have left, we've got to do the zip, then the hem, then we're done. It's definitely looking like a black skirt. I don't think this is very interesting on camera, but that is some black skirtage. Thimble? Where is it? I wish you could talk to everything and ask it to make a sound, because whenever I lose my phone, which is often, this is what I do. Hey Google, make a noise.
Let the haunting begin.
Thank you. I wish I could do that to everything. Thimble, make a noise. Please. Well, looks like that's gone forever. Guess I'll just have to do some painful basting. She's only gone and done it, lads. It's not completely done. I obviously need to do this top bit, but for that I need to be able to pull that zip downwards so that the zip foot doesn't go all cray-cray on that. And to do that I need to seam rip this little bit in the middle here, but if you're thinking, wow, that's surprisingly not awful, wait till you see the back. Luckily, nobody is going to be looking inside my skirt. And anyone who does has probably got other things on their mind than what my zip looks like. Oh, look at that. Oh, I mean, you can see a bit of the white, but I think we got away with it. Just gotta squeeze that zip down. Come on, my dude. No, 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 don't you get stuck. Don't you let go. Come on, Mr. Frodo. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, lovely. Definitely not my neatest work, but definitely not the worst. Unless you turn it over, then it is kind of the worst. Okay, it fits and it's definitely looking like a skirt. Woo! I just need to hem it and then we're done, and then we can do the rest of the look. So we're nearly there. And what is the time? Hey Google, what's the time?
It's 4:54 p.m.
It's 4:54 p.m. Considering I started this at about 1 o'clock, 4 hours is probably longer than it should take, but I don't care because it's gonna be done in time for the party and that's all I care about. Woohoo! And now I have a cute skater skirt to just wear whenever I like. Next, we need the rest of my clothes and hair and makeup. Now, for the hair, I do have a black wig because even though young Sadie was not allowed to dye her hair black, she very much wanted to, so we're gonna live out my teenage dream here. I have a gorgeous, long, wavy black wig with a little bit of a fringe and it's gonna be perfect. But in order to do that with all the stuff, I'm gonna do makeup first so I'm not struggling to get my fringe out of the way. And in order to put makeup on, I need to put clothes on first because I don't want to ruin that. So, clothing wise, I have a couple of options from what I looked at on Pinterest, but I'm gonna try this. So I work at a cinema and Halloween Ends recently came out, which is the last film in the Halloween franchise. I'm not convinced. They're gonna keep milking that cash cow. But we occasionally get limited edition t-shirts that we have to wear in order to promote certain films that are coming out. And we got this one, which everyone has been very jealous of, but I don't particularly want that face in my wardrobe, you know? But it does say Halloween Ends on the back, so that's gonna be appropriate for a Halloween party. And like big graphic tees featured heavily in the Pinterest board that I was looking at. So I'm gonna have this and this. I've got some fantastic accessories that I will show you as we go, but for starters I'm just gonna get the t-shirt on because that's all I really need to do my face. I'm gonna level with you guys. The t-shirt wasn't slutty enough. I'm sorry, but I've got an aesthetic I'm going for here. I liked the look, but I just need a little bit more skin showing, you know what I mean? Like, it's Halloween after all. So I got this awesome, the problem with this outfit is it's gonna be really hard to see anything on camera. I'm gonna have to stand right under the light. I've got this awesome belt, and I'm thinking I'm gonna relace it with some of this, just to add some visual interest in the middle here, and then have a nice little bow of this at the bottom. I've also got some black lace ribbon, so what I'm gonna do with this is make myself a nice little choker. Now this is a sexy look I can get behind. Okay, we have an issue. I definitely had black lipstick. I have no idea where it's gone. And I could go to the supermarket and get some, but I look like this. This is not a going to the supermarket outfit. It's okay, it's okay. I can put the wig on, then go to Sainsbury's looking like this. It's just, you know, because I need the black lip. It's just not gonna look the same without it. Okay, so I've gone for a red lip for now. This is like the biggest trust the process thing I've ever done. Because I'm not feeling super great about this right now. But somewhere we have a wig. Considering this wig was 10 quid, I'm actually really pleased with it. I know it looks stupid now, but after enough futzing, it'll work. Yes! Oh god, I'm so attracted to myself right now. What is that even called? Autosexuality? Because auto-cannibalism is when you eat yourself, right? So would being attracted to yourself be autosexuality? Or autosexual? Asking for a friend. Why are you the way that you are? Oh god, I really am gonna go to the shop dressed like this, aren't I? Okay, I kind of just want a full fringe, so I have a tray on my lap to catch all of the falling fibre. I cannot see for shit. Oh look, there's my face. Why do you not cut? I feel like you're probably supposed to do this on one of those fake heads, and then when you put it on your head, it just looks perfect. Oh god, I'm sexy. We're looking a bit better. There's still a hefty amount of hair in my eyes. Oh god, the itchiness. Okay, I've got a couple more bits to futz around with, but I'm gonna do that at my friend's house. But this is ultimately the finished look. Low-key want this to be my real hair because, I mean, look at that. We have boots, we have fishnets, we have a skirt, we have a corset belt that I've yet to replace the lacing of, but I will. And we have the luscious hair. I couldn't find any black lipstick at the supermarket, but never mind. I got this dark purple, and I think that is good enough. I feel super cute, and I'm running super late, so I'm gonna go. I'm back. The outfit went down a treat. I changed into the t-shirt after all because I was feeling too self-conscious in the strappy top, but I think it works. I think the overall look is solid. Just noticed my eyeshadow has just gone completely on the inside of my eyes. I didn't actually have that much to drink because I'm working tomorrow, which is unusual for me, so I think I'm learning. However, it is currently 2:45 and I start work at 9, so I think it's time to get to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time for more Cozy Chaos. Bye! Hello gorgeous people! I haven't thought of what I'm gonna say yet. So today I'm going to be my friend is hoping, and today we are going to be transforming my, oh fuck's sake, this isn't hard. Much like my nerves when I give myself half a day to get, this is going to be fun and not stressful at all. Oh my god, so much hair! Thank you so much for